Alrighty, welcome to another episode of the Marked for Life Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jeff Bailey.
This is Jerry Jones. What is up?
Oh man, what a week of wrestling! Battle
my
of the
gosh,
Belts just happened. Jerry is immediately triggered, and we are going to talk.
I just have to tell you all right now.
Go fire away, man.
I'm a little salty.
Battle.
I'm a little salty right now after what has been. I mean, first of all, AEW's had a hell of a week. Tony specifically. Whoo, man, has Tony
you're not joking, dude.
Had a week.
This is for real. This is the real deal, baby.
And I'm sure we'll get into it. Here's my issue. We had a really good night of wrestling tonight. Battle of the Belts.
Excellent
great
night of wrestling.
Here's my beef with Tony Khan. I don't believe that you bill a Battle of the Belts and it's only 1 hour. Next year when you Battle of the Belts, every damn belt.
Well, especially
2 hours.
Well, yeah, it's Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
And I think, here, like Battle of the Belts, it's like, what belts are being defended? The women's title, the FTW title.
Right.
And then, I'm sorry, pardon my French, what the fuck is an interim?
What is that?
TNT championship. What is this?
What
does this even really mean?
I feel like
you're going to have to wrestle Cody when Cody comes back. And what is Cody's health situation? Is he COVID positive?
We have no idea. They just all of a sudden. I didn't know did he get injured in his last match? Or
in my opinion, usually, if you're medically can't defend a title, you
vacate the title.
And you move on. And what's the interim part of this whole equation?
Right. I mean, I think we're all Dan Lambert right now. And I love that, I know I'm going to have, he called that out last night. Look, I'm sorry. I know you're a Rhodes. I know that Brandy is the chief branding officer and all this stuff. I'm sorry. There is no interim champion. In my personal record book, Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, is the TNT champion. The bottom line is a TNT championship. You defend it on television. And if you can't defend it, you got to vacate the title. Right. Bottom line.
It's now the other guys.
Yeah.
And, that's the whole thing. Why do you have a title? I mean, it's what you're supposed to be the champion of the company.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, somebody else should be doing it.
Here's my thought on not medically cleared. It's clearly COVID, right? Because I'm sorry.
He put out a statement about get vaccinated. And
I mean, think about all of the matches that I'm sure Kenny Omega was not medically cleared. Okay. So don't give me this crap about interim championship. I'm sorry. You're not the champ anymore, Cody. I don't think he should have to wrestle Cody. I
agree. I think he's move on. Belts to the next guy.
Yeah.
And I think wrestle more often. 4 defenses in 70 days wasn't very good in my opinion. So
no. Right. Wrestle more often.
Maybe this is the whole thing, shake Sammy up.
Yeah.
I kind of thought when Del Fuego came out, I'm like, this is some sort of weird heel turn?
I was kind of hoping. I'm like, whoa, what is this?
And then the Natural hits him with the Canadian Destroyer through the table. Oh man, what a spot. This was such good stuff, man.
How is it that on the back half of, not even back half, I'd say the last 3 to 4 years, that Dustin has become a superb in-ring wrestler, just technician.
I will tell you exactly how, my friend. He has mastered the art of old man wrestling. He's figured it out. There's a way to have great matches when you've past a certain age.
Yeah.
Ric Flair certainly knew how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say none greater at this than the great one from Kansas City himself, Handsome Harley Race.
Yeah.
This is some of these maneuvers I saw tonight out of Dustin were straight out of the Harley Race playbook. You know, and I loved it. These were callbacks I remember seeing as a child. It brought me back, you know, to those. That's why I think he can do it. That's why he's looking so good in these matches.
Yeah, I mean, look, every time Cody's in the ring right now, it's just pure gold. This was a great match, a fun match. You know, there were the Canadian Destroyer through the table. You know, I mean, I thought Dustin was going to win.
Well, honestly, I kind of thought, here we are, first match, you know, kind of coming back, you know, almost since that night, you know, of Ray's injury.
Yeah.
This is the first night back of wrestling. And here we go. Here's the table. They're setting it almost up in the exact same spots.
Yeah.
Danger's coming. Danger is imminent. We're not backing down. We're gonna do our brand of wrestling. We're gonna do it. We're gonna bring it, and here you go. And they went back fearless. I think it was awesome. The spot was awesome. Well done. I mean, this match was great.
That's a great take. That's really great insight. I hadn't even considered that, but you're right. Like, it was a doubling down on, hey,
this is what we do.
This is what we do, and we know everyone. We're
going to bring you the highest wrestling at the highest level.
Yep.
On goddamn TV. We're going to do this.
Yeah. First of all, I still don't know how Ray Phoenix's arm is not broken. I don't get that. I don't understand it.
It's just a dissipation. I mean, I will admit, I've seen a couple crazy weird injuries in my life. And I thought of my thoughts immediately were of Sid's leg and Joe Theismann.
Yeah.
Because his arm looks so limp.
Yeah.
His arm looks so limp and dead. And he was like,
it's like, I mean, he's like pointing to
I mean, dude, I thought it was broken. Like, I thought it was broken high, like above the elbow.
Yeah.
I thought like his humerus had shattered or something.
Yeah.
But oh my God. I mean, like I said.
But no, you know, they showed
hands to God that, you know.
Yeah. But kudos to those gentlemen. Kudos to Dustin. Kudos to Sammy, who is always willing to risk his body, for a great spot. I really enjoyed this match. I believe this match was worthy of a battle of the belts.
Oh yeah, I think it
match.
was very, very good. This is an excellent match.
Yeah,
I love Dustin just kind of bringing look at that match with Bryan Danielson was the same. He brought it. And you know, it said that, hey, I can still do this. Maybe not, I can't do it every week, but you know, I can do one of these every couple of months.
Yeah.
And say like, hey, I can still do this and pretty damn good at it.
Yeah. And that was the reason how I knew that Dustin wasn't going to win.
I thoroughly loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. But knowing that Dustin is not looking to come back, being, you know, like
I like that
ring every night.
I like they shook hands.
Yeah.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Great match. Daniel Garcia punches him. And we immediately move on to the next guy. And that's the way that title needs to work.
Yes. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of long
fast.
Not a whole lot of long running feuds. You wrestle, they wrestle, you win, quick, you know, and then you move on to the next.
I want to see it. I want to see that title defended every 2 weeks.
At least.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Get a guy hot. Get him some good wins every few weeks. And you know, and the thing is, a lot of bringing up some of these younger guys, or you know, the lesser talents, up for a television loss to the TNT champion is a good thing.
Right.
It's a great thing.
Use Dark and Dark Elevation as a vehicle. It's all right. Now you're going to wrestle Sammy for the TNT championship.
It gets them more notice.
Yeah.
And also, I guess you have the open challenges that will come from, I guess, the Forbidden Door.
Yeah, a whole lot of talk about the Forbidden Door this week. That was a shock. I will admit, big news with regard to the Forbidden Door in wrestling. Like I said, what's
your big news?
On the WWE side.
You mean the college athlete side?
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing image and likeness for dudes now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
for potential collegiate athletes that they're interested in.
Yeah, but
clearly don't want to keep anybody around that knows about wrestling and how to move wrestling and teach people how to wrestle. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get into this too fast, but I'm sorry, you're firing William Regal. For what reason on this earth are you firing William Regal?
He's
almost a goddamn icon now.
He made he issued a statement, and I really appreciate it. He's like, hey, WWE saved me when they didn't have to. Me. Yeah,
it gave me a blessed life.
Yeah,
and working for that, and don't get me wrong, working for that company for 20 plus years, he is a very, very rich man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to do anything ever again. But by God Almighty, I want him doing something that I want to watch him, because I love William Regal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am still to the day a massive fan of the Power of the Punch.
Yeah.
And, I like him. And to have him come into especially maybe AEW and bring Reigns on kind of a commissioner role or something like that would kind of maybe give AEW a sense of, I feel like there is sometimes on the problem of the programming is a sense of chaos. Sometimes we just go to program too quickly, not without enough explanation.
Right.
And we're kind of like, what the fuck, what's going on with some of these things sometimes. And I think maybe more of someone in that commish role would be maybe, and I personally think Lord King, Stephen William, whatever you want to call him, Regal, would be the man.
I'd love to have him in AEW. It just depends.
Toughest motherfucker ever in wrestling.
Why
would you not want to have him backstage?
Yeah, and I know we're getting to the point where, and I know we're not talking because we still need to talk about tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Rampage needs to be 2 hours. I stop dicking around with this 1 hour business. And I would just, and I love the fact
it
that
needs to be live.
Yes, it needs to be live. Yeah.
Even if you're going to keep it 1 hour, it needs to be live. Record dark before it.
Yes.
It makes dark a better product.
Yeah.
Makes dark a much better product. Makes dark more relevant. That night we were in St. Louis and they did that format. Oh my God, those matches were incredible.
Awesome. They were awesome.
It's like the best dark they put together
in
months. And I think it's that's what you got to do.
I mean, there's so much talent. There's so much talent that I don't look at. I hope that people don't look at Dark or Dark Elevation as being a lesser. It's fantastic. Not. There's so many talented wrestlers.
You get to where I'm trying to think of her name. Megan Bain. If you don't see an up and coming superstar in Megan Bain, she's incredible. Goddess.
And so what, and I'll admit I don't always catch it, but now that football season's ramping down, I'll be watching more on Monday and Tuesday nights, but the Kingdom, baby.
Cruising
the Kingdom,
man. It's just fingers crossed for the
Let's see. Maybe the Texans
for the folks out there.
I'll be a Texans fan tomorrow.
Can pull one out for us.
They beat them once already this year. Maybe they can do it again.
Great.
But great match.
Appreciate it. Much appreciation. Houston Texans.
Come on, Houston.
There.
Houston, we have a problem and we need your help. But yeah, great first match tonight. Sammy, congratulations being in the new TNT champion. Sammy, by the way, is winning in life, just in general, now. And he's winning. Yes, he is. Yes,
isn't he?
Oh my goodness. Right now, I don't know how many people are having a better year, a better 2022 than Sammy Guevara
in the world.
We salute you, sir.
You, Sammy Guevara.
Yes, we do.
But my man is up for you, my man.
Spanish God for real. There we go.
Latin God for definite. Right.
Whew. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of scintillating, we do get to see Ricky Starks wrestle tonight.
Man, absolute. The absolute.
I love Ricky. What do you think of this match though?
Here's the thing.
I wasn't particularly in love with the way this match was booked.
It was to your point that you just made about it sometimes just feels chaotic and rushed.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, we need another match. So Ricky, get in there.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even that, but I mean, maybe it was that they knew they needed to fill some time or whatever. I mean, unless they really plan to run back the tag if Ray Phoenix was healthy, who knows? Maybe they're going to run back. Maybe the plan would have been to run back.
Yeah. Here's what I'd like to see. And I love Ricky Starks just like you, but I think that the FTW title is ripe for a tournament, and you use Dark and Dark Elevation as a vehicle for that. Make it just a hardcore tournament or something. But
I agree.
It needs to do something with it.
That's a really good.
I
like that better than this. I mean, I feel like this match was not the booking. Like I said, felt hodgepodge. I like Ricky is best when he is just dominating the whole match. As the heel, and I felt like it was just way too much of Matt in control, and and just like I don't. He almost wrestled it like a baby face. It was just behind in the whole match.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Seidel is really talented.
He is.
I love watching him in the ring. But his role is
enhancements.
Yes,
you're an enhancement talent, my friend. You're a mid-card enhancement talent.
You are the Viagra. You're the Roman of
at his age. I hope he's not blue chewing it, but if you are, my friend, why not? I mean, good Lord, more power to you, my friend.
You get it.
Be
more
happy in life.
More power.
You've got a reason to be using it.
Yeah. But yeah, he's there to enhance. He's there to enhance the talent, and he does a great job. But I felt like
this is like supposed to be a match to make Ricky look really good, I thought, and it kind of looked like it came out of it just such a 50-50.
Yeah.
So I didn't know.
I feel like
I mean, you did get the Dante Hobbs collision, which I think was probably what we're trying to get to the entire time.
That's all they want. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted right there. We're gonna take like a 10-second tech break, and I'll be right back. All right. And we're back. We're back. We're back. So for some reason,
I could have done a commercial, Jerry.
You could have. So my computer likes to connect to the old network, but I upgraded our Google, Wi-Fi,
Oh, you get
and
the
I've
little.
got,
You've got the little.
yeah, and it's
light
like right next to
globes.
me, but for some reason it was connecting
Right
to
here too at my house.
it was connecting to the extender that's all the way downstairs. I'm like, why is it trying to connect to that?
Come on, computer.
I've got a thing not even 5 feet away from me. So sorry for that real brief tech break. But yeah, Seidel is there to enhance the talent. And you're right. It was all about getting to Dante and Hobbs.
Beefy collision.
Yeah. And that was good. I guess I'm looking forward to that match.
I'm too. Hobbs threw him around like a rag doll last time. So
yeah. Hobbs is top 5. He's number 5 right now. Is that right?
Man.
So I don't know. I'm kind of
toe the company line on Twitter.
Yeah. And he was rewarded.
No. That's what that does for you. But
what we've learned
might get you a little over.
Well, it works for Cody. I mean, hey. I mean, so
Cody is the company, my man. I don't want to break it to anybody out there. Cody is the company.
So, well, it's the company and the network. Time Warner has identified
him.
They're into him, and
they like him.
We have to accept it. It's one of those things where it's like they get it. They get that we aren't in love with Cody, but it's like, hey,
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Cody. Here's the big trickle. Who do you think knew how to build a television show from scratch? Who knew how to build a live TV show wrestling program from scratch?
Right.
He did.
That's right. Yeah.
And yes, Tony Khan is very pivotal to this whole thing. And Cody's creative vision, it definitely is what guides the company.
Yeah.
But Cody's the guy who knew how to put the whole thing together. And he did. And is.
He's the chief operations officer, basically. He runs the show. If Andy Reid is the head coach, Patrick Mahomes is the guy that makes it go. And whether we like it or not,
and he's a wrestler.
Yeah. And so if Cody's like, hey, I built this sandbox, right?
And he lives in the shoot world too.
Yeah. I mean, so we just have to accept it. So even though I still think I don't like the interim, I'm not going to refer to him as the interim. Sammy's the champion until such time as Cody beats him.
I just think it's funny that Ethan Page and these guys could almost do a better vlog than Cody can do a TV show.
Yeah. I need Scorpio Sky.
Roads to the Top. I mean, I'll watch a Ethan Page toy hunt or a vlog over Roads to the Top any day of the week. I'm sorry, that's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I've not seen an episode of that show.
We'll deal with Cody when we see Cody again.
Yeah, whenever he's cleared.
I'm still thinking, God, when's the day the full heel turn comes and we get the pedigree? That's all I want.
I'm also thinking that maybe they had to do some reshoots for the show that he's on.
Possibly.
And they're like, hey man, you can't make it. You got to focus on that.
Work on this.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But moving on, we're going towards the title match, the women's title match, and we get a little announcer promo, about the whole thing. And in my mind, I kind of thought, I wrote down a note. I'm like, Britt needs to bring it. I feel like we haven't really seen Britt on TV very much since the loss. I mean, every now and then she'll poke her face on TV, but not very much. I'm like, we really need to see our women's champion have a championship caliber match and win.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my thought going into this. And what'd you think of this match?
My thoughts on this match, that the big winner was Jamie Hayter. This was all about Jamie Hayter.
And almost no ill will actually really done by her.
None. I love the storytelling that she and Britt and I thought they did a masterful job. Jamie to me was the star
Yeah.
of this match. And I'm excited. I mean, first of all, she comes out with the DMD t-shirt. I'm like, oh, okay. She's showing some goodwill.
Goodwill to the team, of course.
But then like Rebel hands her the belt and she's just like no. And so I'm like, what? I'm like, what is going on here? What? I loved it. They've set some things up nicely. Can I just say though, the match itself didn't love.
The parts I did. The parts I did. There are parts that were really good. But it was about the hater heat, you know, and you know, we kind of saw that she had to have that. There was a bit of that the Healy need to, you know, overpower Riho into the finish, you know, and they did have a couple of good nice false finishes there, and you know, it's one of those things. I wish Britt worked a little quicker. You know, she does kind of work a little sluggishly sometimes. You know, but then she kind of, you know, I think she's kind of not moving very fast. Then I think she, you know, she sling blades you, and you know, and she's lightning quick. So it's I could kind of like to see maybe more you know, consistency. But
I gotta tell you,
when she turns it on and finishes the match, she finishes the match, you know, and it's good, and it's really good. And she finds the camera and she gets the tap out. I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna say, and she's my favorite wrestler in the entire women's division, not just in AEW, but in women's wrestling. I'm making a critique that I often make of Jade. I'm sorry, Britt. I need more. I'm sorry. I just did not believe that what I saw in the ring tonight was championship level. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Didn't see it. Yeah. Like I said, she needed to bring it. And like I said, she did bring enough to win.
Yeah.
But I don't think she maybe would bring enough to have beaten Jamie. That night, or maybe Statlander, or somebody else who's bringing their A game. You know, she might not walk out with the belt that night.
I think I'm ready for a new champion, Jeff. I think I'm ready.
Time. And I think the writing on the wall is to say that I think this match kind of is saying that writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
And I think it's Hayter will probably cost her the title in some way.
Yeah.
Be in access to it. And then we will get a Hayter Britt feud out of that, and then a new champion will move on away from it. Yeah. And then it'll be a way to get away from Britt, away from the belt, away from a rematch.
Yeah. I also would say, I mean, she's had a pretty great run.
An amazing run as champion. A spectacular run.
I think she's ready for a break.
Probably.
You know, you hear like Adam Cole
I feel like she maybe has kind of had one.
Well, I think she's had one, but you know, you hear Adam, like he's talked about it. I can't remember which podcast I was listening to.
She works like crazy.
Works like crazy, like go all the time,
nonstop.
And I think she's gonna need a break. I would love to see her like take the title off of her, have a feud with Jamie, finish that feud off, take some time, and then come back and dominate the division again.
Yeah, and come back, kick a few asses, get your belt back.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. I mean, she's clearly going to be one of the faces of the company for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, in AEW, I feel like they've kind of gotten away from, they were good at kind of how they cycled talent. I feel like since all the new big stars keep coming in, you know, it's hard to do the cycling program, you know, with all these new stars, and you want them on TV, and you know, it's hard to not want to put Punk, Danielson, all these people on the card all the time. Adam Cole, you know, Kyle O'Reilly. You want Undisputed Era on TV right now.
Yeah,
I love that you don't even need to call them that, but just everybody knows it.
What?
They don't need to use the phrase.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a good match. It was my least. No, it was not my least favorite. I don't know if it was my least favorite. I think the Ricky Starks. Yeah. But which goes to my point, and that's the reason why I have a bone to pick with Tony, because I'm like, if you had every title on the line and this was a 2-hour show,
then we'd be going into tag titles,
right,
and the big belt going in hour 2. And this is now an electric special.
100%.
This is now Dynamite, and you'd be like, oh, freaking A, now we're getting a tag title match and a world heavyweight title match. All right. Man. I
mean, there's a lot of great tag teams out there, and put Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus to say, all right, man, there's no break. It's go time.
They left everybody plenty of time to go watch Hard to Kill.
Yeah.
Hard to Kill's and Hard to Kill's got some good matches, but they did cancel the inspiration matches. I guess the inspiration gals have COVID, which is
it's too bad.
That's just a crying shame.
Yeah.
But anyways,
on the night, I give the night a B+.
B+. B+ or maybe an A-. We're maybe rocking a 90.
Yeah.
Not quite tipping the scales with some of the other stuff from earlier in the week.
And
then there was so much that happened. I mean, Jade being crowned.
Wow. I that match was better than I anticipated it was going to be.
It wasn't great.
No.
But it also wasn't the worst.
No.
And I think it's one of Jade's better matches.
Mm-hmm.
If she had stuck, if she had gotten up to the top, been able to gotten up to the top rope and not messed up that, the finish there.
Mm-hmm.
And if she'd gotten up to the top rope,
that would have been awesome.
And hit a solid Jaded on her, I think that would have redeemed quite a few things.
Yeah.
I mean, we got what we got.
Yeah.
Then he had the happy moment. I was so happy to see her daughter there and her get to carry up there. Brandon Phillips. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the father of her child.
Yeah. I had no idea. Yeah.
Cool. Right on. But but there's also some, there's some great stuff. The Punk MJF thing is just getting nuclear at this point.
Yeah.
That was Punk was literally dropping. Dude, I was dying with that Punk promo.
Yeah.
About go ahead and go back or go see if you like it. You're headlining a buy one get one free WrestleMania night 4. Enjoy it, buddy. How much you like it.
Yeah. And we had Hangman.
Danielson. And what did you think? All right, let's get into this match. Let's talk. Let's wrap on this. Because to be honest, I kind of thought this match started so slow.
It did.
And I was like, oh God, are they really going to bait us into this? Are they going to go to try to do another Broadway? And I'm like, I was like, but then no, they did start to get physical. And once it got really physical, it got physical.
Yeah.
And and then we got that. I think we got that one of those crowning moments that made Hangman.
Yeah. Oh man,
Hangman with the blood just covering him.
Yeah.
Doing jumping jacks.
The jumping jacks. Yeah.
I mean, it immediately evoked, Austin and the sharpshooter. Bloody mask. It kind of just brought that image to same thing. I mean, that's going to be an iconic image from now on.
Oh yeah,
I think in wrestling. I think that's going to be a classic.
I mean,
but then once Danielson gets color too, and it's like, oh my God, this is just getting brutal.
I mean, the photographs of Danielson after the match, I mean, he was just still.
He was busted up.
Oh, he was busted up.
They stiffed that match. It was rough and tough, and it was really good.
And a clean win. No roll up, none of that crap.
Solid buckshot,
yes.
Showing that the buckshot is a solid one-shot killer. And I like that. And to me, this match solidified something to me, Jerry. I don't think Hangman's clearly going to be a life babyface. I don't really see Hangman ever being able to do a heel turn or anything like that. He is Hangman through and through. I'm figuring out where he lands. I think he might be this generation's Ricky Steamboat.
Ooh.
That's what he is.
Oh, wow.
He may not be out there. He's not going to go out there and he's not going to CM Punk you. He's not going to cut the sickest promo ever. He's not going to be able to do some of the stuff. But you know what he is going to do? He can go out there and wrestle his ass off.
Right.
And he can do it for an hour too.
Oh, yeah. He can go all night.
He's showing that.
Yeah. He does his talking in the ring.
And that kind of that's what I'm getting out of this. You know, is I'm thinking this is what Hangman is.
Well, and to me, that could be part of the cowboy shtick.
Yes.
Which is cowboys don't do a whole lot of talking.
No.
Cowboys are all about the action.
Yeah.
So like if he's in a promo and a guy's doing all this talk and he can basically be like, "You done yet?" But
money talks, bullshit walks.
But
let's go.
But what he needs to do, he needs to be the one that's like, we're not waiting for the pay-per-view. We're going
pull
right
the trigger.
Now. We're going right
now.
Be
aggressive, Hangman, please.
That's the thing. He's got to be the go right now guy.
Yeah. Be aggressive, Hangman.
Yeah.
I want to see Hangman more aggressive.
Yeah. He's got to take the fight to all of these folks. Yes. And I will say this though, and not to move too far past that match, but when I learned on Friday that Adam Cole was the number one contender, oh man, how
over is this guy, man?
Oh, that's gonna pop. Can we talk a little bit about? I mean, I know we're jumping all over the place.
Well, no. I think we're recapping the week, man.
Yeah,
we're going on. We're recapping the week. We're jamming on everything. We're talking Dynamite.
Yeah.
What are we talking? Are we talking? We're talking Rampage. With the Cole Atlas match.
What a match!
It was really, really good.
This Jake Atlas, he
is a solid, very good technical wrestler.
I hate that he tweaked his knee. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but man,
it might be a little while. I think.
But man, Adam Cole really helped put him over, man. I mean, that was just great work by both.
I thought it was
both athletes.
Solid, great match.
And what it did is that it sold me on Adam Cole as well as a singles wrestler. Yeah, he can sell. And you've called it out, but I'm like, oh, I feel like I am watching Shawn Michaels. I feel like that's what I'm looking at right now.
Is he not?
Yeah.
I mean, he can sell. He's just kind of the fact that we've kind of seen him as a heel for, I think most of his WWE career and, NXT run and all that stuff. And clearly he's joined the heels as soon as he showed up here.
Yeah.
In AEW. We haven't really got to see him work a babyface. And, he can do it really, really well. And he can sell really, really well. And, he's a great wrestler all the way around.
The Adam Cole universe right now is so fascinating to me.
Well, yeah, dude, he's the guy that brought Hangman into the Bullet Club.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's that.
Right. I mean, it's like all of his worlds
are colliding.
Yeah, it's interesting that he
the
has
multiverse of Adam Cole. Coming together right now.
I feel like he's got his own. There's the Adam Cole verse. There's a Cody verse that I feel like is starting to develop now because I want to see more of Dustin now.
Maybe,
but Adam, what it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like, does he engage? He's the #1 contender. Does he engage Hangman now?
I think we're going to find out very quickly.
Yeah,
it's either that or I think one of these other guys is going to try to feud with him to jump the line.
I've got a prediction on who.
The Redeemer needs to return, and Miro needs to beat somebody up really, really soon. Good Lord, get this guy back to his flexible wife.
Yeah,
and let this guy,
Yeah, and so that's kind of there was a part of me that wanted Dustin to win tonight, so that Miro could come back
and win the TNT title from him.
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah.
I think he's got a hamstring issue though right now.
Yeah, he's clearly hurt.
A little bit of health issue,
and he clearly sold out to come back for that tournament. Sucked it up,
right?
But I think the guy that's going to come back and try to jump the line is Jon Moxley.
Oh, the Mox. And very good with true. He's supposed to wrestle GCW.
Oh, really? So he's okay. Yeah. So he's getting back in. Okay.
I mean, he is like on the bill to defend that title.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's legit, supposedly. And so there's big things to come, I mean, look at the Dynamite card next week. Out of pure curiosity, what do you think of the Malachi Black Pillman match?
I enjoyed it.
I feel like Brian Pillman has now shit the bed on top rope spots twice now on national television.
Yeah.
Back at the line, kiddo.
Yeah.
It's and the almost laughable finish of the Black Mass into that wicked just leg cover.
Yeah.
House of Black will be growing.
I need to see. I want to start getting more of a payoff. And I know they're doing some long storytelling with Malachi
Black.
It's
time. It's time to pay off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either time to see Brody, it's time to see Pac, or one of these people come back as a new. I mean, it's time to see one of them turn.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. Something's got to happen there.
And then what else from the week, man? I mean, there were the big WWE cuts. This is basically essentially saying that NXT 1 or whatever is completely gone.
And we hadn't even talked about day one. And that whole fiasco
debacle. I mean, Jerry, I don't even know what your thoughts on the whole Swole TK thing.
I am with, I know, Twitter was, basically
nuked
Tony. I think Tony is just kind of like, hey, don't sit here and tell me that, I've got a diversity he could have handled it better.
You can handle it better.
But what I respect is the realness, like the authenticity, like it was unpolished but it was real. I think he was telling his truth. She was telling her truth. It's not one of those things where I think he's right and she's wrong, or she's right and he's wrong. I think that, for what it wasn't a fit. And I think that both need to accept their part in it not working.
Well, just maybe not being on tone for your brand.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It just kind of came off as that he's a little thin-skinned, and
he is. I mean, when you grow up, I mean, he's the son of a billionaire. So he's had that chip on his shoulder, and then so he's had to he has had to prove himself to everybody.
Well, he's also had to prove himself to his father.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so he's got a chip on his shoulder. But people forget that he is a person of color, and it's like, and I feel like people were disrespecting that. I'm like, but he is. Like, you guys don't think that having the last name Khan in the United States?
Well, he's a brown guy.
Yeah, you don't think that's going to draw? The thing is,
yes, he is a brown guy, and he's Persian, and he's also lived a life of extreme privilege.
But I do think there's something to the notion of punching down. Like, you didn't need to comment at all.
Right. It wasn't necessary. It just wasn't really necessary.
I mean, and there, and to your point, I mean, you had people come to his defense, Hobbs, I think Jade did.
I also like that Leo Rush was like, apologize.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, you need to apologize right now. Like, somebody, like, then I think Hobbs a little immediate, like, he's like, hey, pick up the phone.
Yeah. And then to hear Leo later say that he did call.
He did, called him.
Yeah. And so I think what I appreciate is the culture that I feel like Tony has built is one where folks can feel free to express themselves without retribution.
Clearly. They're allowed to vlog their lives, dude. He has allowed these guys to monetize themselves.
Yeah.
In so many ways. And, I mean, the WWE is handcuffing their people to it. They're monetizing them, but like, it's through them.
Right.
He's like saying, like, no, you make your money with me, but you want to make extra money other ways.
Yeah.
Go and do them. Because you promoting yourself just promotes us more.
Because I can tell you, if there is one WWE personality that could very well be demanding an apology, to me, is Big E. I have not seen a more disrespected champion in my entire wrestling fandom. I have not seen anything like this ever.
All right. You put the belt on the guy.
Yeah.
You put the belt on the man. You made the decision. You put the belt on the guy, and he chose to do it in a way that kind of makes this guy.
Yeah.
And this run defines his career.
Yes.
And then of all of it, I mean, it's like, all right, so there's a swerve of a plan or whatever, and maybe this is what works for you best. And maybe putting the belt on Lesnar was what they thought became best immediately, or whatever, to build that story. There is no way in hell. Why did he have to eat the pin?
Right. Well, he's been pinned several times,
ridiculously,
as champion, and I'm just like, you know what? And you couple that with how they did Bianca at
sours
SummerSlam.
His current run
100%, and he's a good soldier, so he's not complaining. But
I mean, and it's doing you dirty, man. I mean, I don't know when his contract is up, but man, tell him to screw off, man. Here's the whole thing. Triple H is going on, talk about the whole name, image, likeness, and how they're helping these possible wrestling candidates monetize themselves and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's it's the monetization is their way, because VKM needs his, nickels on the dime. And that's the whole thing. TK doesn't care about that.
Right.
Because he has figured out, oh my God, if I let these guys go monetize themselves, and make money, your Twitch vlog, whatever you want to do, and it puts extra cheddar in their pockets. It also just, guess what, promotes your product for free.
Yes.
In a way that, you know, real commercials and shit don't it doesn't work.
Yeah. I guess where I'm lost with WWE is, why didn't you just tell Brock, hey, you're not going to be on the pay-per-view? What was so hard about that?
Or, you know, you could just, all you got to do is go out and have him go out in his gear, then announce Roman, and Roman doesn't show up. You know, enter sick promo, you know.
Yeah.
Roman is a wiener because he can't show up tonight, whatever. I don't care. He's a baby facing the whole thing, so you wouldn't say that. But you're a coward, you're not showing up, you know, whatever. And then they'll be like, it's health issues. He's like, it doesn't matter, that's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no need. Why does Big E drop the title?
Because for everything I heard is that Big E was slated to retain his title
I kind of
in this match.
Makes sense.
So you went from really kind of setting him up as like kind of having it starting a decent run to you just
it now almost makes no sense that he cashed in the title, and it makes almost no sense that they took the belts off Bobby Lashley.
Right. Yeah, that's my
should have left the belts on Bobby Lashley the whole time. If this was what, you know, if this is the type of storytelling that you think that makes sense, then they should have just left the belts on him the whole damn time.
Right. I mean, so not only do you have him take, you had him take the pin against Brock. Did he take the pin in the Fatal 4-Way on Raw?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he did, right?
Yeah. You know, but now it's going back to Bobby Lashley.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, people want to see Bobby Lashley since the return or whatever, versus, you know, now that they're both MMA greats.
Yeah.
Watch these guys professionally wrestle each other.
Yeah. And then I'm also trying to figure out, well, what was the point of separating Raw and SmackDown? Because there seems to be, you know, you got Seth on SmackDown last night. You got Brock on SmackDown after becoming the Raw.
It's like
champion.
Also like hard, like we're such a hard brand split. Now it's like, who cares? It's like, they don't. I mean, they're just trying to hold on to their viewership on Friday night. They're clinging with everything they've got on their viewership on Friday.
I swear to God, if I see another Usos versus New Day or Dolph against Damian Priest, Jesus Christ, and I'm the idiot.
Run it back, Jerry. Run it back.
I'm the idiot because I'm recording these things thinking that we're going to get something different.
Hey, just wait till a few years down the road, man. And Raw is just going to be a rematch of Walter versus Braun Breaker every week. That's what your future is, WWE fan.
Yeah.
That's your future.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker versus Walter the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I'm one for chaos. I love chaos. So there's that part of me that should love the fact that Brock is now the WWE champion. I don't know what's going to happen with him and Roman. I mean, but I also should tell myself that I don't care. Right. I need to stop caring. But can I offer my WrestleMania prediction? I don't know which night it's going to be.
Go for it.
So it is 2020. I mean,
there's only 5 nights, Jerry.
Yeah,
Which night of 5 will I think headline?
Night 3 of the 5
night 3. What are we considering to be the premiere night?
I mean, maybe they should just put it and make it part of the like a copy of the Jericho Cruise and just have it like on, you know, it's steak night. Man,
it sounds. I really kind of want to go on that.
I kind of want to go on that cruise too. I'm not. I
really do.
Shout out to Le Champion. I really do want to. I really do want to go.
No shout out to the hair dye though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jericho. Well,
man, Chris, come on, man.
Find a new color,
just
man.
let it come on home, man. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah. But
let's go back to a trim, man.
Yeah. I am predicting that Brock Lesnar will be unseated as the WWE heavyweight champion by none other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You heard it here first. It will happen. I don't have any inside information. I'm just telling you, it's going to happen.
Smell what Jerry's cooking.
I mean, look at all the stars are aligned. It's been 20 years since their epic matchup at WrestleMania. That was 2002. We're now in 2022. The Rock's big DC action movie is dropping.
Signing the check to buy WWE buys me that title belt.
Black Adam is going to be dropping DC movie in May.
Can't
so
wait.
about a month
Talk
after.
about a character I've wanted to see on film for
yes
25 30 years now.
Yeah, I feel like unless Brock Lesnar's desire is to just be back full time, I don't know how else you take the belt off of him.
Well, he kind of is back full time in the full time sense that he's ever worked
right
in the last 6-7 years or whatever that he's been doing this.
Yeah,
I mean, he only needs to show up on Raw like every great once in a while, and I mean that's all he does.
Yeah,
hit the music.
Yeah, I say that
bounce around a few times.
I say that knowing that The Rock has no desire, in my view, to be back as a wrestler, to be a champion. He's the biggest star.
How hard that guy works on his body.
Yeah,
I mean, do you really think he wants to do what happened to Ray Phoenix?
I
even want that risk,
but it would be epic.
In any way.
It would. I mean, the story
jeopardize that moneymaker.
20 years later, these two guys one last time, and then I don't know. When is Money in the Bank? When is that pay-per-view?
Usually the middle of the summer.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah. So he would have to. Yeah. There's.
June,
yes. So that blows my prediction because The Rock
early summer
wouldn't defend. He wouldn't have time unless he is the owner.
SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. But I am predicting that we will see a Usos New Day Tag Team Championship match at WrestleMania Night 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On headlining night, huh?
I love their no rules, no holds barred match. I think it was New Day and Usos, but I'm like, you guys don't do hardcore. Like, there's no
blood,
nothing.
Weak sauce.
Yeah, but I would say the other big news
was color.
Mickey James. So Impact has opened the forbidden door.
Oh yeah,
to WWE. So in the Royal Rumble, you're gonna
Mickey James is gonna be in the Ladies Royal Rumble.
Will she be the champion? Will she be Impact champion when she's there? Who knows?
It could be. She was wrestling tonight. I mean, there's street fight, I think.
Yeah. But you know,
the Ring of Honor title is being defended tonight, and the Impact pay-per-view. This is kind of a big one, man. It sucks the Impact women's titles, tag titles, not Inspiration was out. But there's some really good matches.
Are you gonna watch that on a delay? You're gonna watch it?
Oh, I don't know if I can afford it.
I
will say this: I did get Wrestle Kingdom Day 2. To everyone out there, New Japan's, they're kind of their WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What a show. Oh my God. They did it. It was unfortunately due to COVID restriction. This was a clap only audience. They were only allowed to clap, no cheering. And the Tokyo Dome, which normally holds 80,000, I think, was only 20,000. So it was interesting. It was very quiet, but oh my God, these are some of them. I mean, this was just some amazing wrestling. These guys put on some of the best matches I've seen in quite a while. I know it's early in the year and we already had that Hangman Danielson classic, but I gotta say, Will Ospreay Okada was for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship was spectacular. What a match. Will Ospreay is simply amazing. If you're not familiar with his work, the Aerial Assassin is basically kind of like MJF, like turned up to 1,000, but also like this amazing high flying killer.
Wow.
So he's just he's amazing. If you have not seen him wrestle, watch him. He's amazing. Yeah. Watch some New Japan. There's some just such great wrestling.
Yeah. I was gonna ask
oh my God, Dynamite next week.
Oh man, Punk,
Will Hobbs, Dante Martin,
yes,
Punk, Wardlow,
yes,
Sheeta Deeb,
yeah,
Sammy Garcia.
We're gonna get it's gonna be a great man. I'm telling you, TBS.
And they're definitely, I mean, I'm sure gonna have Hangman on TV next week.
Yeah. So I wonder who's coming for him. That's what I want to know. Who's coming for him?
I think, like I said, Adam Cole is in the wings. He's #1 contender. And I think he's gonna have to, maybe we're gonna have to say something about, hey, remember me? Remember Tokyo?
Yeah.
Remember New Japan? When I brought you into the Bullet Club? Remember that?
Yeah.
Time for a title match, baby.
That's right. Oh man.
Good stuff, my friend. This
really
is,
good stuff.
Dude, this is quite a time in wrestling, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of wrestling heaven right now. I think the things that are not good in AEW are nitpicky. The things that are bad in WWE are just systemically awful. I think we can all agree on that.
Just terrible.
And it's clear that Vince doesn't care about anybody's legacy but his own at all.
Yeah. He's tarnishing that. He certainly doesn't care about his son-in-law's legacy.
Give a shit about it. I don't give no fucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he does not give
my French.
a damn.
But oh man, like I said, this is just we're building some great stories. Some new people are being built. Hook is taking over the world.
Yeah. Oh, Hook, man. Yeah, that kid. He's got it. He's got it.
Send the Hook.
Yeah. I'm excited. I hope we get some Hook QT Marshall. I'm, because I'm a big QT Marshall fan.
Oh, so, yeah. He's clearly threw him around. So hopefully we get to see him do it some more. I'll always watch somebody throw QT Marshall around.
100%.
I'm down with him getting his ass kicked.
Always.
So until then, guys, trigger that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Drop the top rope elbow on the like. What do you think? Short arm Lariat the notifications bell. Yeah. We'll let you know what's going on. Hit us up on the old Twitter.
The Twitterverse.
The Twitterverse there,
Yeah.
Drop us a line. You want to talk about anything? Let us know. Hit us up on the chat for here on the YouTube.
Yep.
And
Yep.
We'll be there for you guys.
Yep. Deuces, y'all.
Mark for life.
All right.